guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to do a little update on the November challenge. So to remind you, we are doing a challenge from November 1st through the day before Thanksgiving. So I believe that's November 23rd, if I remember right. So all of my goals, so I challenged everybody to come up with their own goals that they'd like to do every day from November 1st through the day before Thanksgiving. So my personal goals are to close up my apple rings every single day, which the apple rings are your standing, your exercise, and your movement. Also to track in my Lose It app and my WW app every day, no matter what, like even the good, the bad, the ugly, everything, just track it. Also drinking 100 ounces of water each day and doing 2 workouts. One, my bike for at least 30 minutes, and then some other sort of strength training that's at least 20 minutes long. So those are my goals for the month. So let's talk about first how I did for my goals and what I felt about them. So I actually have done every single one of them every day. I have done really well. Today is actually Friday. So today is actually day 11, but it's early still. So you'll see, I'm going to put a couple of my trackers up here so you can see those. And you'll see like my rings only halfway done for today because it is still early. So anyway, I did, so I'm going to do this is a 10-day update because I did weigh also this morning. So as far as my goals, like I said, I did really well. I drank my water every single day and it actually has not been too difficult. It's actually been pretty easy, which is surprisingly. Usually I can drink water without even thinking about it, but when I try to do it as a challenge, it seems to be a challenge for me. So it's been really easy. So that easy. The tracking, okay, I've done better with tracking in my Lose It app than my Weight Watcher app. And I think it's because I don't know, for me, sometimes it's a little bit harder to search in my Weight Watcher app for some of the things. And since I'm doing it after the fact, I don't have it right with me to scan. So I want to do better. There's a few things I want to do better for the rest of this challenge. And that's one of the things. So I'll kind of talk about that here at the end, things that I want to change up a little bit for the last 13 days of the challenge. So I did track in both of them. It just was a little bit of it felt like a little bit of a chore, which it hasn't felt that way in a long time, but I did it. My biking, did that every single day, and my workout I did every day. I feel like I could have pushed myself a little bit more in my workouts, and so again, that'll be something we talk about at the end. But I did do them, and I got all of those done, and there were a few times. So first, goals, hit every single one of them. Check, check, check. Did really good. How did I feel about them? I am glad I picked what I picked. One, I do find myself, as far as the water, I will choose like diet soda, energy drinks, coffee, things like that before water. And this time, because I was challenging myself, but like I said, it didn't feel like a challenge. It just seemed really natural. I was just grabbing water. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to drink water. I need to drink water. But it didn't feel like I said, it didn't feel like a challenge. It felt pretty natural. As far as the biking, again, still felt very natural because I've been doing my biking for so long that it did not feel like a chore. And plus, I feel better when I do my bike because it really does help my knees and stuff. The workouts, though, there's a few times where I just did not want to do them. Like, I did not want to do them, but what motivated me to do them was the fact that one of my goals was to close up my rings. So one of the rings on there that I had to close up was my exercise ring. I knew that I don't do that with my biking. I don't count that towards my exercise ring because I'm not really getting my heart rate up super a lot because of my knees and stuff. I can't do I can do some sprints. I do a little bit of sprinting, and then mostly it's just to kind of more of a cool down after a workout is how I've been kind of using my bike. So I don't count that towards my exercise ring, and it doesn't give me anything. Like, I would have to start my workout to be able to get that. I want to close up my exercise ring from actual physical activity where I am doing the activity and my watch is picking that up. So with those, I could have pushed myself more, but honestly, there's a few times that I just kind of went through the motions just to get that exercise ring closed up. So I do feel like I could push myself a little bit more with those workouts. I did do pretty varied workouts, but on the days that I just did not feel like doing it, I did more of like the dumbbell workouts, because I feel like I can do those really well. And I use my 5-pound dumbbell, so I do feel it, and it definitely like hurts in my shoulders. And the more, because I have like a bad shoulder, and so I can feel it strengthening it. But those 5-pound weights, after a while, it does, like, you can feel it, but it's not like, it doesn't really get my heart rate up. And that's really what I'm kind of looking for, because I do kind of watch my heart rate when I'm doing it. So I did do a few times where I did, really have only been using the Burpee Girl workouts. A lot of people have told me about Fitness Blender, which I have used Fitness Blender for years. Like, I have been following them for probably 5 or 6 years on YouTube. But since I found Burpee Girl, I love her workouts. I just love them. I love how they're varied. There's a few times I can't do some of them because my coordination is just, I just feel like I look ridiculous, but I just been pushing through it. But some of her ones that are cardio, full body toning, those ones definitely get your heart rate up, and those are the ones I really want to push myself to do this next week. So these last 13 days, I may do a couple of arm workouts, but I'm going to really push myself to do more varied workouts that's going to get my heart rate up. So that is my challenge. I'm going to kind of add to my challenge for this next 13 days for the remainder of the challenge is to do workouts that challenge me a little bit more rather than just getting them done to get my exercise ring closed. I'm not going to change any of my goals except for that. I'm just kind of adding on to my goals. So speaking of which, to add on to goals, I did notice that I wanted to pull up my app here so I could kind of tell you. So I have not been hitting my calorie and macro goals, and I don't know if that has something to do with why I didn't lose as much as I thought I should lose on this, and we'll go into the weight loss here in a second. Yes, I know I should be doing measurements and all that, but I always say that and I never do it, one of these days. But I feel like I should have saw more come off on the scale. And again, I think I'm having issues with my thyroid. I talked about this in my other videos. I never did, my doctor did not call my labs in this week. I think I have to go do them next week. So I'll have to go a day next week to get my labs checked, but I had them checked back in October or end of September, and my thyroid is really, really off, but he wanted me to do another test 6 weeks later to make sure that it just wasn't something like some kind of fluke. So I don't know if that is what's stalling it, or it could be the amount of calories I'm eating. So let's go through this a little bit. Like yesterday I had 1,200 calories and my protein was only 76. And that's like half, because I like to try to hit 158 is my goal. So the fact that I hit only 76 and my calories were only 1,205. On Wednesday my calories were 1,363 and my protein was 94. So again, super low. On Tuesday, now my protein was 133 and my calories were 1731. So the thing is, though, I should have had more for as much food that I had, because I went over my calories. My calories are 1601 are my goal. For as many calories as I had, I should have had more protein. So I wasn't really watching what I was, kind of my macro kind of mix up there. On Monday, my calories again were only 1222 and my protein was 127. So I do feel like I need to be increasing my protein quite a bit and probably my calories. So my adding on to make sure I'm tracking every day in my Lose It app, I want to add to that I want to try to get closer to my calorie goal and my protein goal every day, and then see what happens. So that is going to be my challenge on top of my challenge that I'm going to be doing for this next week. So still keeping with all the same goals: water, 100 ounces, 2 workouts, but I want to really push myself and challenge myself on one of the workouts. Tracking, again, want to kind of push myself on the tracking and make sure I am getting those calories in and getting that protein in. So how much did I lose in these last 10 days? I have lost 4 pounds. So I definitely am proud of that, definitely. I guess just because I feel like I've been working my butt off during this challenge and doing so well that I don't know, just in my own head, you guys know we're all of our like worst critics and our, we are the hardest on ourselves than anybody else will be, that I just felt like it probably should be more. But again, I am definitely not going to discount it. I am ecstatic about 4 pounds. I am ready to go for the rest of this challenge, and I feel like it's really motivating me. This is the best challenge leading up to like Thanksgiving, because for us Thanksgiving is a much bigger like celebration than like Christmas is. And so we, think if I can like have this really good motivation and this good going all the way up to Thanksgiving, I feel like I am not going to overdo it, because usually one day at Thanksgiving ends up being like the entire rest of the week through the weekend, and it's just, I feel terrible by the Monday after Thanksgiving. So I want to like have that not happen this time around. And that's why I'm hoping this challenge will do, is that it really motivate me, because I lost these 4 pounds. Hopefully maybe lose another 4 pounds before Thanksgiving. And then that's going to really make me think twice about what I'm going to do for the rest of that weekend. And I am trying to work on another challenge for the holidays, but doing that and also doing Vlogmas, I am having a kind of a hard time balancing the two and trying to figure out a good challenge. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens for a holiday challenge. But anyway, there is my update for the November challenge, kind of a 10-day check-in. Let me know down in the comments, have you guys been doing, what goals, remind us of what goals were your goals for this challenge. How did you do? Has anything been a challenge for you? Are you going to change anything up? What did you want to do better? What are you super proud of? Make sure you tell us what you're super proud of, because I know there's something you've done that we want to celebrate you. So let me know in the comment section. We can talk about it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.